Your pockets ain't big enough yet. What I strongly suggest, especially to the young, you know, the younger, you know, generation of men, you know, listen, get yourself together first.
Right.
Get yourself together first. Build on your mental.
The women are always going to be there.
They're going to be there.
They're going to be there.
I told my kids, I'm having these conversations with them at 11, 9 years old right now. My 11-year-old, he girl crazy. He been girl crazy since he was 2. I mean, he was hugging up on married women. So I already know. Right?
You already knew he was going to be a problem.
I talk to him all the time. I talk to him about the past relationship with me and his mom, but I don't give details. I just say, listen, I said, you know, me and your mom obviously did not work out. She and I obviously divorced. I said, but we still love you guys. We still care about you guys. But this is a sad occurrence because now we're in a not so great state with regards to the relationship. You don't want to be like that when you get older. You want to make sure that you're, you know, picking somebody that's for you, and you got to make sure that you're coming correct with the way you know, interact. And I know this is all over his head right now.
He's like, Dad, what are you talking about?
I just like girls.
That's
it.
I
just like girls.
I'm happy that you said that. That's a very proud moment in my life, if you know what I mean. Okay, but I will say this, that, you know, wait until you're mentally ready, man. Because you're gonna get to that time when you're gonna be extra, you know, tension, because you want to release that tension. You might release that tension into the wrong one, and now you got years of headaches. They don't realize years of headaches, and you got some of these women that they want to have your baby, so they can give you years of headaches.
Or they think it's gonna fix it.
Or they think they're gonna fix that Band-Aid baby. You know, I talk about it all the time. No, it's not going to fix it.
It's going to fix it. This will work for us.
Be careful. She will trap you and make your life a living hell.
That's why
there's some that will fake it.
Right. Oh my God, I didn't know. I was on birth control.
Right.
Okay.
You better start giving her birth control.
Absolutely.
Here you go, baby. Give her birth control with her breakfast.
Here her vitamins.
Yeah, absolutely. Put that right in there. Put that in the eye. You hear me? You hear me? Or you
First
can go
letter.
this route. Or you can go this route. And I was telling my oldest one about this. I said, or we can go the Drake route and we could put the hot sauce in.
Let's talk about it. Everybody was in an uproar. Like, let's not.
I agree with everything Drake said.
I agree.
Mr. Loverboy himself.
I agree with Drake.
Please tell me what he said.
I agree with Drake.
I feel so left out. Hold on.
Everybody think that my man's sweet. He know exactly what he doing. Certified Loverboy himself made sure he wasn't having another Adonis.
Listen, he already got trapped.
What did he do?
He put hot sauce in. So what happened was he got himself a little pretty thing, from Instagram, a little Instagram model. So they in the hotel.
Aren't
they
they
in the
all?
hotel. They about to get busy or whatever. So he go into the bathroom, to put the condom on and stuff like that. Light skin stuff. Go in there, put the condom on. Whatever. Then he come out, he does his thing. After he does his thing, goes back into the bathroom, takes the condom off. Could have put it in the toilet, flushed it, whatever, did his thing, wrapped it up in, whatever. But he decides to put it in the trash can. Now, before he put it in the trash can, he put hot sauce in there to mix it up. Just put hot sauce in there. He put it in there. The girl was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom next. She was trying to get a meal ticket. She go in, decide to put a little bit of that liquid. First of all, ain't no clear hot sauce. I've never seen it.
Right, I'm like, you didn't see nothing past that? Like,
it's red.
It's red.
Right.
You might even be able to get some green hot sauce, but
if it's
green, that's a whole nother.
Stay away.
She was that desperate, so she put that in her and spiced it up. She got
spiced up her life.
Went to the hospital. Now she's suing Drake for what she did. She was trying to have a kid. He wasn't playing that.
So we're going to skip over the fact that you went into the trash can and tried to artificially inseminate yourself.
Right.
We're going to just skip past over that. You're going to sue him? No, I'm going to sue you for digging in the trash can.
Nasty.
And that's probably why he didn't flush it. He was probably trying to prove a point. Let me see where this girl's head is at. Because if she was smart and you did that, then don't say shit. Just be like, oh shit, I'm caught, but I can't say nothing because
Right.
My vagina is burning.
Right.
I can't say nothing.
I'm just about to take this one on the chin.
Walk away.
Right. That's it. But no, you just went further and further and further.
She took the one chip challenge.
Listen, she lost.
Should have left it alone.
Did you lose that chip challenge?
I did almost die. I'm dead serious. I'm not a spicy type of guy.
I'm spicy.
I think it was your son
So what
that
happened
recorded
was,
that.
Yeah, so what happened was, right, we was at Wawa, and Tyler, the youngest one, was like, "Oh, Dad, that's the one chip." And I've always wanted to do the one chip challenge with them. In fact, I was going to get all of them to do it, but I said, you know what? Let me tell you, I would have probably got my kids taken away had they did it.
If they did it first, it was that bad.
Right. Because we was supposed to do it together. We were supposed to do it together, but I had to realize, listen, they 9 and 10. I said, you know what? Let me do it first. Let me see what happens. All right. So I took the one chip out or whatever. I had my little glass of milk. Mind you, my gallon of milk, I only had a little bit. Right?
A little bit like a swig.
I thought the 1 cup would have been cool. So I put the chip in my mouth or whatever, start chewing. I'm like, all right, it's a little spicy, but it's cool. The next thing you know, it's a sensational burn. Ugh. The worst burn I've ever had in my life, right? So I'm like, cool, let me drink the milk real quick. It's done.
Nothing, no biggie.
Take the milk. The milk settled it as it was going down. And when the milk went away, it intensified.
Fire.
And I'm like, yo, this is bad. This is like really bad. Now I'm hyperventilating, but I'm not trying to show it to the camera.
Right.
I'm not trying to show it to the kids. So
can't show weakness. Can't show weakness.
Right. I put it in my. Now, I drunk the milk again. It goes down. It cools it off for a split second, and then it gets hot again. It intensifies even more. So now I'm getting scared to death.
Now the
I'm
milk's
looking at the gallon. I'm
activating
like,
the heat.
I only have a little bit more. I don't know what's about to happen. My kids are looking at me in shock. Tyler looking at me like he about to cry.
Like, oh my God.
My dad, like, he see me panicking.
Right. This isn't good.
I take the last of it. And I sip it, and it intensifies even more.
Oh my God.
So now I get up, and I run to the bathroom. I start throwing up.
Oh no.
Let's just say I was in bed. After that, I was done.
Done.
It was bad. It lowered down. It was still hot even when. And then after that, like the one chip challenge was just like I was hot for 3 days if you went in the bathroom. It was bad, man.
See, now I want to try it because I like spice.
You like spice? I think you'll do great. My queen, I think she gonna do great. She got that, like I said, she got the Aztec blood. That's easy. I'm not a spicy guy, so that stuff hit me hard.
Either.
You're
Right, to skip that challenge.
I'm glad I didn't do that with the kids because the kids child services came from.
Y'all would have been at St. Christopher's.
Seriously, my oldest one was ready to call the cops.
Oh,
yeah.
He's like, my dad.
I called 911.
We don't do that.
I need to die with
Right.
dignity. I need to die with dignity.
Take it like a man.
I don't want them to pick me up in the gurney, take me to the hospital. What happened? So he took the one chip.
Right, now you got to explain to the nurse and the doctors that you took the one chip.
Right, I'd rather have my son be like, listen, man, just stab me in the arm.
Right.
Okay, act like I got into something. That's it.
Like, no, I'm here for this. But also, while I'm here, my mouth is on fire.
Yeah, my mouth is on fire. Check that first before you
Right.
pick anything up. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But,
goodness.
relationships are just
I didn't
like
know
that.
he did that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was terrible. Drake,
But he learned his lesson. Listen, he already got trapped. He said, not again.
again.
The fuck?
again.
I'm not writing another song.
Nope. That's it.
And listen,
Not keeping another kid from the world.
Right.
However he said it.
Yeah, but you know what's sad is you got these famous individuals where Drake could have any girl he want. Honestly, he can have any girl he want. But relationship wise, is it going to work out? You never know because you don't know what the intentions of a lot of these women are. It's just like guys. For a successful woman, you don't know what the intentions are with a lot of these guys. So now you have.
How's it going to be when we broke? You got to know people when you broke.
Yes.
We need to know people when we broke.
Yes.
We need to know people when we broke.
Now my thing is I don't want to ever be broke.
Right.
But if it does happen, are you
I
going
need
to
to know when you're low on cash. How you going to act?
Yeah.
I used to get mad at a celebrity that, made it with the pissy mattress and their first wife, usually. And then as soon as the fame hit,
the glow up, and then they
got a
new
high
school girlfriend.
She's
got
younger. They got a mansion. But at the same time, just like you thought relationship goals, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
That's true.
So exactly. We definitely judge them.
We
I
definitely
judge them.
Yeah, I definitely judge.
Blew up, and now you got an Instagram model, and now your wife.
She's 20 years younger than you.
Exactly.
Like how?
Now it looks crazy.
Yep.
That's all superficial at the end of the day, man. I'd rather, and this is just me personally, but I'd rather have somebody with a real personality, authentic, and really has values. You know, that's very key for me. I could care less. Everybody got a big butt nowadays. Everybody got big breasts nowadays.
I'm about to help you with that too.
Right. So everybody got it. Well, listen. And you know what? And we need more of it for those that have a problem.
Yeah.
For women that are shaped like, for women that are shaped like,
SpongeBob?
refrigerators.
Like SpongeBob?
Look like a bag of ice thrown up against the tree.
We're going to mold
you. Need some of that glam. What is it?
Glam Studios.
To mold you, baby.
Body sculpting.
Out here looking like Mr. Potato Head. We about to have you out here looking like a Brad style.
Listen, I was in Cancun. I'm like, so many people could use these services.
We're going to get you some cards later.
I'm just a little upset. They ain't got nothing to enhance us as
I don't know who said that.
For
Who said that? You might have some ab type tightening.
Yeah.
Something.
gotta
Some
get me a body
facial
wrap or
stuff.
something, you
Yeah,
know?
we could do
Yeah.
that
Give me a
too.
little body wrap. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we
You
got
might
to
have to
figure
do a
that
little
out.
king and queen special.
Listen, let's do it. I'm all for the royal treatment.
Yes. That threw me off completely.
Yeah,
As always. No, but to touch on something that you said about the silent treatment. That is the death of every relationship. I feel like that is
It's
the beginning
terrible,
of the
man.
end, and that is a death sentence of a relationship. And I was like so guilty for it.
Terrible.
Oh, 100%.
So guilty, like, cause
I could give the
and I feel like that came
silent
from my
treatment
mom.
like nobody's business.
It's terrible, man. Let me tell you one thing, and again, I'm going to reference it per usual. Again, not trying to sound all preachy, but if you look at a lot of the motivational people, a lot of the relationship experts and stuff, a lot of times they keen in on a few, valuable principles. And a lot of those valuable principles usually stem from the Holy Scriptures, the Bible, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is the silent treatment, like you said, is a dangerous tool for relationships because it only festers
Right.
into more and more toxicity within the relationship. In the Scriptures, it says if you have an issue with something or someone, try to settle those matters before the sun sets.
Yep.
Within that day. I've had a situation with me and Queen, and I told her, I said, listen, we ain't gonna get into details, but I'm just gonna talk about vague. But me and Queen, we got to the point where sometimes we would give each other a silent treatment for 3-4 days.
Yeah, that's not healthy.
And it's not healthy because this is me all day. I'm cleaning.
Right. You still ain't. Check your screen. You still ain't texting.
Hold on, make
No,
sure
but-
she's good. Go watch TV, and I'm constantly just
Come
looking,
back.
and ain't no text, man. Then when the text message come in, you go in here, and she like, listen, I miss you, I'm sorry. And you be like, yeah, but I ain't like what you did here. And then you try, now you feel
Yeah.
empowered. Or
Right.
vice versa, you
Right.
know?
Yep.
I haven't talked to her for a few days. I said, you know what, let me just give her a call. How you doing? But one thing that I appreciate about her is the fact that if I do call, she ain't trying to continue the drama.
Okay.
Let's fix
It's
it.
not
Let's
3
get-
days later,
Yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
now you got time
now
for
you
me.
wanna do-
Right.
yeah. She not, no, she's real humble.
It was like a cool off period
It's a
almost.
cool off period, yeah, but we don't do that no more.
Okay.
She and I, because I told, she and I, we real good at communicating. And that's something that I know me personally ain't do good in my past relationship.
Right.
And I know that's something that she said she didn't do good in her relationship in her past. So she and I have realized that was a conflict in our relationship. And so now we like, yo, if we do have an anger moment, okay, let's try to fix that that day.
Yep.
And we've been good ever since.
Yeah.
Them 2, 3 days, 4 days, that it could be
The
a problem.
longest trip
Yeah.
is 4 days of your life.
Yep. And then next thing you
Day
know,
2 or 3, you could be you could be responding to one of them DMs, and now
Yes,
you got a
do.
whole nother problem
Now
on
you
your
got a whole other
hands.
issue. Or better yet, I've seen situations where, or I've heard of situations where somebody has passed away within those few days.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
then next
life
thing you
is
know, you
short.
have
Yeah.
nobody, right? So it's not worth
You're like,
it.
what was I mad about?
It's not worth
what,
it.
What, like, mm-mm.
Yeah, let me tell you, we in life.
Don't go to bed. And don't go to bed
Don't go to
angry.
bed
We don't go to
angry.
bed
Because everybody
angry.
don't
Nope.
wake up the next day.
Because and also as soon as you wake up the next day, what mood are you in? What
In a
you just
bad
went to,
mood.
What you just
Like,
went to
you
sleep in?
breathing next to
Like,
me.
I still got it. Now we still have
Right.
to discuss what we didn't discuss
Now my
yesterday.
energy's
Yeah.
off for the day.
Yep, it's terrible. And talking about energy being off, when you're in a toxic relationship and when you're in a relationship where you're going through a lot of stuff, you can't function at work. You
No,
ain't
you
gonna be able to
can't.
function on your podcast, on your business, or whatever, because you're constantly thinking about what's going on in your
Yep.
relationship.
You
It
can't work on
messes
that
you up.
spreadsheet.
Nope.
Right. You can't. You don't even want to do work. I've
Yeah.
had moments where I went through some stuff and I didn't even work for like 3-4 days. I'm at work, but I'm not at work.
Yep.
If you know what I mean.
Mentally,
Yep.
you're not
Yep.
there. You're
Mentally,
like,
and I could care less. I
Yep.
can care less, Cheryl. If
Just
you come
listen.
back up to me and you want me to do half
Yeah.
your work, it ain't
Yeah,
happening.
I'm
Cheryl,
not
leave me
working
alone.
on this spreadsheet
I'm
today.
not. And
Leave
I'm
me
sorry
alone,
we had to
Cheryl.
go
I don't
back
work
to
for
Cheryl.
you.
But yeah, no, I'm not doing it today.
No.
I got stuff going on in my life, so it's one of those things.
no, I understand that.
It's terrible. So, I mean, my advice is look at the older individuals that have solid relationships that you clearly see have solid relationships
Yep.
and do that. I had, not to get into detail, but I've had relatives that were celebrating 60-something year anniversary and I didn't attend. I didn't attend because it was based off of wrong principles. They wasn't even happy in their relationship.
Right.
They were roommates. What I'm gonna celebrate that for?
Like,
I'm not
like
celebrating that.
I know what's going on in there. I'm good.
Yeah, Fabulous said it's not the length of the relationship, it's the strength of the relationship.
Yep, I love that.
It's 100%. I'm not going to celebrate a 65-year anniversary and y'all can't stand
Right,
each
y'all.
other.
Every time I see you arguing,
2 days
there's
ago,
no
you
love.
was kicking him out the house.
right, and now we're celebrating.
And where his old behind gonna go?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand?
Because like because of the generational differences, some people were together because that woman may needed to be married. They opened up a bank account,
That's so
and
true.
now they stayed with this person for 1,000 years. We're not those women anymore.
No.
It's different. Everything is so different. You don't have to be in a relationship for any specific reason.
I want to throw a question at you because I know you guys are always throwing questions at people. I want to throw a question at both of you, right?
Okay.
As far as the household, do you believe in roles within the family or roles
Like
within
gender
the relationship?
roles?
Yeah, gender roles in the family and stuff like that.
Not really. I guess to a certain extent. Like for me, I do say now because before I did believe in gender roles. Like you're supposed to do this, you're the man, you're supposed to do this.
Yeah.
But there was of course after that breakup, I lived on my own. Guess what? It was nobody's gender role to take the trash out. It was mine because I
That's
lived
true.
here by myself.
Right.
But with my lovely Roy,
Go ahead, Roy. I see.
he is just, he went. He's like, no, I understand those gender roles, but I'm still the man and I'm still going to take your trash out.
Facts.
It's just because at the end of the day, he's a gentleman.
Facts.
So he's like, I know what you're saying about gender roles and you don't care about any of that, but me as a man and as a gentleman,
Let him feel like a man.
Right. I'm gonna, and I will. I'm not gonna fight with you about taking out the trash. Go right on ahead.
Right. Yep.
So no, I don't believe in them, but I feel like a true gentleman will take care of the gentleman things.
There you go. No, I agree. What you think?
We don't subscribe to like the gender roles, but there are things like, yes, he takes out the trash, and I, again, like Mel, I'm okay with that. I don't like taking out the trash. If I ever go to take out the trash, he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh no, that's that. I'll be at the door. He's like, put it down.
Yeah. And at the same time, he knows that I have a lot on my plate. I got work, podcast, Glam Studios. We're always trying to like better ourselves. So if he needs to do the laundry, he knows he needs to do the laundry. If he wants to run the dishwasher, he could do that too. Like, it doesn't mean that like I can't do it because, or he can't do it because he's the man and I'm the woman.
Right.
We share a household together. If we don't want to live in filth and chaos, then we both have to contribute in our own way.
Exactly.
So, and we joke all the time like that I'm the man because I like to build stuff and like, all that stuff. But
Go ahead
like,
and take that IKEA desk, girl.
Right.
all the time with the fucking IKEA shit. But yeah, I mean, we contribute together.
Right.
It's not like, you know, tit for tat, 50-50. Well, I do this, so you got to go do that.
Yeah. You're not keeping a list of all the things.
Right.
Where in my previous relationship, I absolutely had a list in my head. Like, I did this, and this, and you did this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where now it's like, it's such a balance that I'm I don't think
Yep.
about it.
Yeah, I like that.
He wakes up later than me. First thing is, what do you need? What can I help you with? If I don't need nothing, I don't need nothing. But if I do, just help me with these couple things.
Right.
Yeah,
It's definitely
I
a
like
balance.
that. I like that because back in the day, obviously the woman would be at home taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning. The man come home after working a long day's work, have his food, watch his TV, go to bed, right, and that was it. But I like what we're doing now because she and I we operate like a team, right? So like. Yeah, to me, the way I grew up was the woman did all the cooking. Right, my father would periodically cook, but he was cooking because my mom was at work and she had to work later.
He had to.
Yeah, he had to.
Like, mom wasn't in the house, so he had to.
But my father was a provider, so he was one of those individuals where he'll do 2-3 overtime shifts to pay the bills, make sure we was good. He was the protector. My man, like, just protected all the time, right? So that's what he did. But like with she and I, sometimes we cook together. Sometimes we looking at recipes and was like, yo, let's do this. And we'll do it together. We'll wash the dishes together. And that's that soap opera type of stuff where it's like, oh, like the back in the day, 90s thing.
But if it works,
if it
works, it works.
And it brings us together because we laugh and we cracking jokes while we doing it and we eating together. And one thing that we do as a family is we eat together as a family too. So I appreciate that. So to each his own, but it definitely shows that you're working together with a person versus having you do all the work and I'm just going to sit here and be the king.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Don't do something because somebody else is telling you that that's what you need to do.
Right.
You do what works for you, but keep in mind, like, you're one person, that person's one person. You got to do the things together.
Yep.
Right.
So just because
if you lived alone, you would be doing them all yourself anyway. Like the whole thing, I'm going to go off topic, the whole situation with not getting little boys' kitchen sets. Well, don't they have to grow up and cook for themselves eventually one day? So what is the big deal?
My thing is, I'm glad we touched on that, was before the divorce, I just worked, hung out with the kids, and I was the provider, protector, and hung out with the kids. That was it. I didn't really clean. I didn't really cook.
So you were doing what you saw.
I was doing what I saw. I was doing what I saw my father do. That's just what you do. So she handled everything else. So nowadays, like after the divorce, I sat down, I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, I gotta maintain this entire household. I gotta cook for the kids. I can't do no Chef Boyardee every day. I would love to, I can't do that. I gotta learn how to cook. So it's funny because I have early pictures of like, the food that I made.
Yeah.
And the rice was like real, like looked like mashed potatoes
Like
and stuff like that. It was
together.
bad. Terrible. Now I throw down, right? Now I throw down. So that taught me how to run a household. That taught me how to cook, how to clean. I always, been a clean person, but it taught me how to do everything in order to manage
all
a
the
household.
things that she was doing.
Right. So now in this new relationship, if I want to make a breakfast in bed or if I want to make us some dinner, I can do that. You
can do that.
Yeah. So it all comes with it. It's all about learning from experience.
Yeah. But like if you don't date in your teens and your 20s and you take that time to work and live on your own and be your own person, you'll be so much better when you're with somebody else that was their own person.
Yep.
Because he's lived alone for a very long time, does everything for himself. Like I was just like, you are a grown ass man. Like you are really grown here. Like you take the trash out, you make breakfast. Like you are really grown.
You pay your bills.
Like, huh?
Yeah. And you gotta be, and the thing is too, you gotta learn how to make yourself happy. You gotta learn how to make yourself happy.
It is nobody else's responsibility.
You have to be okay.
That is
with
nobody,
you.
and that feel like people do that in relationships. It's nobody's responsibility to make you happy.
But you.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly, and it goes both ways because then when y'all come together, y'all have a happy relationship.
You can add to the happiness,
Absolutely.
but it can't be your responsibility.
And
to
you
make
can't
me
be
happy.
like, we'll be happy when. No, it's not a destination. You got to work towards it together. It's part of the journey, the trial.
Yep.
It's not we're gonna be happy when we get this house, when we have kids, when we do all this. Like if you're not happy now, forget about the future. You're just working towards a goal that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Go right into that roommate situation.
Yep, that's so true. And the thing is too, don't be too prideful. You got too many people so prideful. They don't know how to humble down and really see what their insecurities, their faults are. And please, and I'm gonna look at the camera on this one.
ahead.
Look at the
I'm getting tired of these TikTok videos where people step out the relationship. They out the relationship now, they done, and all of a sudden they do a whole body transformation and they looking like America's Next Top Model now. Talk about they did this because this person made them feel this way. Had you been like that in the relationship, he probably wouldn't even have left, or you probably wouldn't even have left him.
Well, let me take this last sip on that.
Because my thing is this, right? Why is it that you want to make yourself, because you want to do it in spite of, instead of doing it because you should have wanted
it for
to,
you.
or
Right.
do it
For you.
Right.
For you.
Another thing is when you in a relationship, say for instance, me and Queen, we got together and I was looking one way, and now I'm out here looking like Yogi Bear, right? I don't know why I throw that out there, but I just,
So are you talking like a tie with no pants, or you just talking about rounds?
I'm talking about body structure. I'm out here looking not like the way she saw me.
Right.
That's not cool. My thing is
because you let yourself go.
You also, you also got to be.
You got comfortable, but you got too
comfortable. Because in your mind, this is what you're thinking. I got her. She's good. Don't nobody have everybody forever. Right. I'm sorry to say. Either they
forever don't last too long.
Either listen. We got to stop viewing relationships as ownership, as property. Oh, we married. You my property now. I'm your property. We can't look at it like that, because at the end of the day, if the relationship ain't, if it's not working out, it's due to the fact that y'all ain't got no communication, the love ain't there, the affection ain't there, and you ain't doing stuff to make that person happy, right? So you're going to lose them either that way, or you're going to lose them in death. Because eventually y'all going to get old and somebody going to pass away first. So people are here temporarily. So in this relationship journey that we're in, how can you make the most of it? Well, guess what? Make sure that you on top of your fit game, and I'm talking about through clothes, through the way you look, through the way you act, and everything. And one of these lights went out, but that's okay. That's all right. But you got to make sure you good for them. Mr. Director. But you got to make sure you good for them, because my thing is you can't be letting yourself go.
Right.
No.
Because that's literally what it is. Now, if you met me this way and you trying to come on, baby, let's go to the gym because I want you to be a one. No.
No, we not doing that.
Because when you met me, you knew I was a plus size, so don't try it.
Shout out to all my BBWs, baby. Because let me tell you something. You make sure that you good in the relationship all the time, and continue dating your spouse. Date your spouse,
that's
and
the
always
key.
look good for your spouse.
That's the key.
And always keep it spicy. I don't mean in that crazy way, but I'm talking about keep it spicy.
We don't mean
between y'all.
hot sauce. We mean
No hot sauce.
we
No hot
keep it
sauce
interesting.
included.
Right.
But that's one of our recent guests talked about, an Uber driver, that had been married for 30 years or was coming up on their 30-year anniversary and said, I date my wife. So don't take them for granted. Also, don't take your husband for granted, but don't take your partner for granted. Continue to date them and make them feel special because you want the same thing. They should be doing the same thing for you.
Right. If you used to buy lingerie when you first started dating, 5 years, you better still be buying lingerie. Don't be coming in the bed with no holy t-shirt because you're comfortable now. Because the girls on Instagram don't got on holy t-shirts. Because that's our competition when you think about it. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, those girls on Instagram are the competition because that's what you guys see all day long. So then you come home and now I look like who did it and why. That's not going to work.
Right. You out here
Men
like
are visual. Right. Men are visual. Keep up the visuals.
That's all it is, man. Just keep it. And then for the men, keep yourself smelling good, looking good, fresh cut. You know, just keep yourself being clean.
That's it.
Keep yourself good and you're good to go.
Yep. Clean under your fingernails.
Right.
Please.
Because you know what it's going to do for you. If you let yourself go, you're going to be very insecure when you see somebody walking past your woman and they look like, you know, they look like they're fresh to death. You know, you keep yourself good, you're good.
Yep, you don't got nothing to worry about.
Both ones. Keep yourself for yourself.
Right.
Right.
I don't
like, do it for you because sometimes I do it for me.
Yeah.
A lot of times I do it for me.
I don't want to hear no transformation. You was out here 400 pounds, all of a sudden you 150 pounds. Where was that at when you was in the relationship?
Right, so I was the dead weight?
Right.
So it was me.
You got rid of me.
So you got rid of me.
You done lost 2 whole humans in this process. And now, you know, because you was fed up with your relationship. No, do that for you.
Yep.
And do that for you know, whatever.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing out here.
It is. We're all in our second phases of our relationships because we did the whole long term.
Right.
And I
Because
feel like everybody's
it looked good on paper.
It looked good.
It made sense.
That's what we were told.
What are people going to think if we don't work out?
Right.
Another thing, and I'm sorry if I'm prolonging it.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Please let me know. Another thing is, you know, sometimes we may have animosity towards those mates that we left behind, right? We eventually that stuff has to be deadened.
Yeah,
because you
can't hold on to that forever.
Yeah, you can't hold on to it forever. Sometimes you just gotta wish them well. And on my case, I have kids with that person, so I have to make sure that that I wish her well, because whoever she decides to date and bring around my kids, that affects my kids.
Right.
So I want somebody to be the best possible person for this person, because my kids around that, I want them to be with the best person. I don't want them being around somebody that's a nut that don't know how to act, possibly a pedophile or somebody that is not a proper role model for my kids.
You don't want it to be on site when you see them.
Right, exactly.
No, I don't want it to be on site. My thing is, I want us to all be, you know, cool, everybody good. We don't have to be, you know, great around each other, but we got to make sure that
we don't got to go on family vacations together.
Yeah.
We just need to be able to get along, be able to communicate.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Without the hostility, without the hate.
Yeah.
If you don't have kids, also, it don't need to be on site, but you don't have to have this, like, hatred for them anymore.
Right.
Let it go.
If you don't have kids, great for y'all. Y'all probably not even going to see them again. You know, but if you do have kids with the person, you know, you're going to see each other at report card conferences, at recitals, or what have you, at graduations.
Anything that happens with the school, you got to communicate with each other. Like,
and these kids are looking at y'all and the way y'all interacting, so you got to make sure
that they are sponges.
That
they see and hear everything, even though you think that they don't hear you. They see and hear everything,
and they will call you out on it too. I'm still working on it. That's one piece. You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect at all, y'all. This is all learning along the way. I'm not perfect in that area. That's an area that I'm still working on. You know,
we're all work in progress, right? You're not like, no, I'm good. I don't got nothing to work on.
Nah, I always got something to work on. You know, I be asking my woman 1,001 questions. You know, how was I today? You know, how was I? You know, communication wise. You know, how was I in bed today? You know, you asking.
Yeah, why not? Shit, why not? Yeah.
You know.
Don't just assume you're great all the time.
Right. Don't assume. Listen, my bad, I gassed out. You know, I apologize. I got to work on my stamina. You know, let me get on to the treadmill real quick.
Drink some more water.
Can't be putting the pause in all the time.
Right, exactly.
You know? But overall, you know, it's all for the relationship. And guess what? Y'all grow together, y'all love each other, and you got your best friend right at your corner.
That's it.
I would rather be sleeping with my best friend than sleeping with my worst enemy.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm going to say that one more again.
Say it again.
I would rather sleep with my best friend than sleep with my worst enemy. Because ain't nothing like having a cold bed and that person thinking about stabbing you and you thinking about...
And
you feel the hate.
You should be your best friend. Like, yeah, you got a best friend. We all got best friends.
Right.
That person that you're in a relationship with should be your best friend. That is your 100%. I see this person all the time, especially if you all working from home during the pandemic and all that stuff. 100% that person should be your best friend.
You got your best friend outside of your household, but your partnerships. I feel like that's an automatic.
Yeah.
Right.
And people don't think about that.
Nah.
Because if y'all not friends, even before, if you don't have that friendship foundation in there somewhere, what are you doing?
If you don't
what are y'all
laugh
talking
every
about?
day,
Yeah, I'm like, I
like,
laugh every single day.
single
day.
Even if it's at some stupid shit, we be cracking up.
In the middle of an argument yesterday, I started cracking
Like,
up
yeah.
because like this is what are we doing?
Yeah,
This
you
is
had
dumb,
to.
and then get over it.
Right.
Right.
We was so before I got here, right? So I took a shower and all that stuff. So now I'm clipping. I'm not trying to get real in detail, but I'm clipping my toenails, right? So I'm clipping my toenails.
Fresh to death.
She right next to me, right? So she right next to me.
Like, what
so
the
I'm
fuck
clipping
are
my
you doing?
toenails, and then randomly she's on
She's
Instagram.
like, what show are you doing?
Randomly, I just said, man, I wish I could be a drug dealer, man. Like I just said that. Just said that. She started cracking up out of nowhere.
It's like,
So
why?
what's your thought process?
What were you just thinking about while clipping your toenails that made you say
I said they get the bag so much easier. I said I just wish I was El Chapo right now, you know. But random, like I'll say stupid stuff like that. I'll play around.
It's still
we
fun.
laugh, we goof.
Yes.
I dance. You gotta be comfortable around your person.
Yeah.
Don't get too comfortable though. Like
Yeah.
listen,
Don't
when
get right. There's a fine line.
Yeah, look. This is what I'm talking about. Being comfortable, right? Comfortable in your own skin.
Mm-hmm.
You can laugh together. You can dance goofy in front of them and stuff, and they just tolerate all that.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean about too comfortable is when you get nasty comfortable. Now you just farting out the woodworks.
Right.
You know, now you just
Now
doing
you pooping
dirty
with the
things.
door open.
Right, yeah.
You just doing like certain things, and I told her, I said certain things I'm not going to do in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I slip up in the bed while sleeping, my bed.
I was asleep.
Yeah, I was asleep. You can't.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it if I was awake.
It is what it is.
Exactly. If I slip up, okay, my
Right.
bad, right? But what I'm saying, you know, just be comfortable. Be comfortable, and if she likes you the way you are in that comfortable state, you know, you got a real one.
Yep.
You know, because you can get
Be
around,
weird with me. That's what I say.
Oh,
be
you
weird
can be
with
silly
me.
with that person.
Like, be
It's
weird
amazing.
with me.
Yup.
That's amazing.
If you with somebody and you got to put this front all the time, like you get
You
money,
all tense and like
Right.
yeah, everything is cool. I get
Or you're
money, I
being
get
fun
this.
and they're like, you're doing too much. You should calm
Right.
down, like
They're
trying
like,
to.
oh, you're
Trying to
so-
match.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't
Try to
with the right
diminish
one.
you.
Yeah.
Then
You ain't with
let
the
me
right
shine,
one.
honey.
Right.
No.
I tell my boy all the time, listen, you think I'm a little goofy all the time? She was like, baby, I love the way you are. I said, you better talk heavy.
Exactly.
You better talk heavy. Because if I can't be myself around you, then
This
ain't
is
no
not
point
gonna
being
work.
around you, right? It's not. You
Not
know?
gonna work.
So it is
'Cause
what it is.
that was definitely that was a situation in my last relationship too. If I was on my high horse or whatever, just being silly or being goofy, like, oh, you need to calm down. You do it too much. You too hype. Well, now you just fucked up my whole energy. Thanks for that.
Calm me
No.
down.
Yeah, like let me fly. Let me do my thing.
Right. She's the calm one. I'm the rowdy one. Right? She's the calm. But when we get together, we act goofy.
But you feed off each other.
Yeah. There was an Instagram post where she and I just left out the restaurant and a song came on, so I'm singing and she dancing goofy. Like that's just the way we are.
It's just,
She
yeah.
ain't always, cute all the time. Gotta be we act goofy
She
together.
has fun.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's a
it.
beautiful thing, so
Gotta have fun together.
Yes.
yeah.
You have to you don't laugh every day. What are y'all doing?
You gotta
What are you
laugh
doing?
every day, man. You gotta laugh every day because too many people passing away out here.
Yep.
It's too much drama
Life
out
is
here.
short.
Life is too short.
We
You
spent
gotta
a lot
have
of
fun.
time in those relationships that we shouldn't have. So it's like you got to make the most of every day
Yes.
now.
But you learn from it.
Oh, absolutely.
I've heard of situations where people are in a relationship and they get married and can't stand that person while getting married.
Just because they were already so deep into it,
They were
it's
so
like, well, I
deep
don't want to
in it,
start
and this is the
over.
thing to
Start
do.
over. We've said this before. Start
Start
over.
over.
Don't just keep going
You
with something
start
that doesn't
over
make
in
you
your
happy.
30s. You can start over in your 40s.
Right.
You can start over in your 50s.
Yep.
Life is too short to be miserable.
Janet Jackson had her first baby at 50. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, she
sure
wasn't
did.
on my list. Jermaine, sorry, I'm just going to be a spoiler alert. Jermaine Dupri cheated on her. If you watch the Janet Jackson
did?
documentary, that was
did?
what broke them up.
Ah.
It's like Janet Jackson got cheated on.
Think about it. J-Lo went through her
J-Lo.
stuff.
Yep.
Everybody look at
Cheated
J-Lo
on.
like,
Right.
wow, like, Beyonce. Everybody look at her like, boom. Now,
Yep.
now he created 444 and came out with a whole song.
Exactly.
About it,
Cardi.
Yeah. So let me tell you, let me tell y'all, all y'all IG models out there that, y'all the bad bees and all that stuff. Listen, if they got cheated on and they definitely probably more higher level than y'all.
Right.
Then
They got the body and the funds.
Who's to say? Who's to say y'all can't? And they got not only the body, the funds, the smarts.
Right.
Some of y'all just got the body,
They literally
Yeah.
check all the boxes
Right.
and still got
That's
cheated
it.
on.
and it was bought in South America by Dr. Rodrigo. You understand? So my thing is, if you ain't got something authentic behind that, then you just a facade.
That's it.
Don't come over here talking about I don't bring this. I am the table, bitch. You're not the table.
You're not the table.
Stop.
You're not the table.
Stop.
Well, you forgot the chairs.
You know, she could be the table. She an IKEA table. That's wood that you got to use the little rank on. So you can be the table.
That Allen key
just ain't gonna sit on
is
it.
one tool for everything.
Right.
You can't move that table from room to room.
Exactly. So it's all good. And another thing is, and I'm sorry, we had an hour
Good.
16.
You good? Because we're gonna have 2 episodes after this.
Listen, I'm just proud to get a part 2. I'm just proud to get a part 2. But another thing is, while you are, and I don't know how y'all feel about this. This is just my personal opinion, so please correct me if I'm out of line with it. Right?
We'll talk about it.
I'm gonna say this for both male and female, even though there's potentially a double standard here. But as a woman, if you're in a relationship for, let's just say 3 months, right? Don't put that on social media right away. And I'm gonna tell y'all why, right? Because I've seen situations where you posting your dude 3 months after y'all in a relationship. I'm not talking about history, that you got history with this person.
Right.
I'm talking about you met the person, y'all went out on a few dates, now you posting them on social media 3 months later.
You've actually only known him for 3 months.
Only known him for 3 months. Y'all probably known each other here or there, but really connected 3 months, whatever, and you post this person up or whatever. And then next thing you know, things don't go right, things go sour, and that 3-month relationship is no longer there.
Yep.
And now you airing them out on social media, and then next thing you know, you got another boo 5 months later.
My king.
And now you putting them up. Do me a favor, man. Do me a favor. If it ain't serious and you know it ain't serious yet, don't put nobody up, because you only harming yourself.
Right.
Because you constantly posting these random dudes up, and it's only showing that you're not stable in your own personal self, because you're putting them out constantly.
Keep it private. Keep it private.
It's okay to keep it private.
For a little bit, yeah.
I was very private in my relationship. My boo wanted to Instagram a lot of things, so I'm like, all right, cool. So I start going with the flow with it. But again, I keep a lot of stuff private. I just put out the highlights, right? So y'all ain't gonna see the highlights, but. A lot of people, they just put this out there constantly. Now you're shown jumping around from guy to guy, and it's not making you look good.
Like, oh, she got another king.
Right, another king.
Another love of my life.
It's my king.
Exactly. Y'all got to look at your situation. I know y'all excited about this new honeymoon period.
People fall and they fall hard. I get it. I understand it.
Yeah.
Control your emotions.
Right.
Yeah.
Control your emotions. Keep those videos in the tuck until it's time to put it out there.
Or if you're going to post it, then be prepared for people to have an opinion.
You're
putting it out there.
Sure.
So then this 3 months was with guy X, and then another 6 months was with guy B. And so now your family and friends.
People ask you some bold ass questions, because people have absolutely been in my DM asking me bold questions.
Yeah.
And nobody's saying that relationships are perfect. Listen, you might be in a relationship where in your head you're like, man, this is great. I want to post it. This is the person for me. And that person sees otherwise, and the next thing you know, y'all done. It ain't on the account of you. It's on the account of them. All I'm saying is not everything is for everybody on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
The same thing with celebrities, like we talked about earlier. Some things should be private, and you could be okay with having some stuff private. Not everything is for everybody.
Right.
That's it. It's not a reality show.
I just don't like when they project it to everybody else. Like say for instance, Will and Jada. And again, I'm not trying to be all up in everybody, but because they said they was cool with having an open relationship, they projected out there as if, oh, this is the standard.
This is what everybody should be
We're
doing.
open and we're happy.
Yeah.
And then fast forward all these years, and it's like, y'all been unhappy for a very long time.
Have you seen Will's face lately?
Right. He is sad.
He getting old.
He is looking sad.
Right. It's
like not sad old, but like
just like
sad.
sad. Like his spirit is like broken.
He's defeated. He's defeated, and this really bothers me, because Will Smith seems like he's a real cool guy. Like he's so successful. He's an
positive,
A-list
high
artist,
energy,
positive, and you got this person breaking you down every day.
Because that's what it seems like, right? We don't know what's going on, but what it looks like is she is coming after him, like his character, and like everything that we thought about their relationship is false.
He
just came out with a book, and her congratulations was literally congratulations to you, Will Smith. Not congratulations to you, the love of my life, my husband, the father of my children. Congratulations to you, Will Smith. That was very customer service of her.
That's because she's still in a relationship with Tupac.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, that thing.
Listen, Tupac was the man that got away, because they talked about that on the Janet Jackson documentary as well, how there was lots of chemistry, but she was with somebody else at the time. I'm like, Tupac was really that ball.
Janet and
during that Poetic Justice.
Well, he said he tried calling her and she blocked the number or whatever. So he was like, hey, I thought
she
I was
in a
going
relationship, but there was other people that said that you could cut the tension. Like, it was thick.
Tupac was that guy. Not only was Tupac wasn't always that thug. Tupac came from performing arts. Tupac knew poetry. He was a very well-known speaker. He was very intelligent with the way he spoke.
He was beyond his years.
He was ahead of his time.
So I feel like him and Nipsey.
Yes. And he was very masculine with the way he held himself. So you knew that if you was in that relationship with him, you knew you was good.
You was secure.
Yeah.
It's very rare nowadays because you got some dudes more feminine than the woman that they with.
Yeah, like
know?
why are your clothes smaller than mine? I
Why
don't like
is
it.
your purse bigger than mine?
Let me get my nails done with you.
Why is
I
your
want an
purse
overlay.
bigger and better than mine?
Right. You got your Telford, I got my Telford.
Right, like no, we're not.
You
We're
know?
not.
That's what I'm saying. They put that joint proud right there on their
Like,
side.
no.
We're not swapping
Can
bags.
we not have anything?
We're not swapping bags.
Listen, I'm not judging, but I'm judging.
But I'm judging.
What I'm saying is that masculine man, and a lot of people are trying to disrespect masculinity, you know, and I kind of don't like that because of the fact that let a man be a man. You know,
If a man wants to be a man, let him be a
Let him
man.
be a man.
Now, if that toxic masculinity,
I'm not talking
right?
Now
But
when
like-
you bullying your situation,
Right,
you know,
right,
nobody
right,
talk about
right,
that.
right.
But if you want to be the man, you know, like Shaquille O'Neal just said, he said, because a lot of people say, you know, with your co-parenting with, what's her name? Shawnee. You know, we've never seen any issues with y'all. We've never seen, you know, he says because, you know, I live off of PPL. To protect, to provide, and to love. He was like, and I would never discredit her or never attack her in the media because I know that they will come for her.
Right.
He was like, so I always make sure that all these boundaries are never crossed. That's a man right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you stepped it up and you made sure that she was protected.
And that doesn't take away from your manhood.
Right.
That doesn't take away from you.
Right.
Exactly.
In my past relation, or should I say, you know, my ex-wife, I never blast on social media, you know, and I will hope that she doesn't do it to me, you know, because I'm not on the thing, but I would never do that to her because I know that, you know, she has my kids at the end of the day, and my kids look at that stuff. And also, I don't want people to have a negative opinion, despite the fact how I feel at times doing certain things. I would never want that energy to be portrayed.
Like,
in
oh,
that
you know how
area.
she did him? Like, now all these people have these opinions. So.
Yeah.
I would never do that. I would never do that. You know, and if me and Queen was to part, which, you know, I'm obviously hoping that everything works out well. I would never discredit her. I will always uplift her and make sure that she is who she is. Now, if she ever talked to me, I'd be like, listen, ain't no dude for you, but if you decide to go out there, just make sure that person paying for everything.
That's
baby,
it.
because
That's it. I set
set
the standard. There you go. That's how you do it.
I told you that too.
Set the standard high. Now
I
you're
did it.
like,
I
shit,
said,
can't go
she
nowhere.
Said, hey, why do you keep on paying for everything? I said, just in case you leave me, I know
Just
that ain't
know where you
nobody
came
wants
from.
it. I swipe all the, babe, can I get the two Victoria's Secret, go ahead, baby.
It's the semi-annual, so honey.
Yeah, you get that stuff. Go ahead. You know what I mean? I don't play no games.
Set the tone. Set the standard.
You gotta set the tone and everything. I don't buy you bouquets. I buy you gardens. You hear me?
Handpicked.
It's handpicked.
Handpicked.
Gotta make
With
sure.
the note.
Yeah, and I tip the lady that puts it all together with a note, handwritten and everything.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming in. Come on, man.
It's
Come
really
on,
not that hard.
Everybody in her DMs. If you ain't doing that, stay in her DMs.
Just get out her
I'm just
DMs
playing,
because
y'all. I'm
he
just
already
playing.
set the standard too high. Y'all, listen. Y'all don't got a chance.
It's all good.
Y'all got a chance.
So yeah, I think that pretty much covered. What y'all
I think that covered it.
I think so.
I think that covered it.
Yeah.
Don't make nobody your relationship goals.
Don't do that.
Not
No,
even
don't do
even
that.
Sierra's prayer. Start writing down. Maybe write down my suggestion is write down the things that you want in your
Right.
own relationship, excluding everything else that you see.
Yep.
Just what you want out of it.
And when
And
you
start
get
there.
that person, you work towards those things together. You can have couple goals,
Right.
your
Right.
goals as a couple, but don't make somebody else your couple goal, your
Right.
relationship goal.
You don't know what's
what that
going
person's
on.
going through,
That's so true.
Don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
especially now with how social media is.
Right.
Social media.
We
is-
were able to hide a lot of shit,
Listen,
Yeah, I believe
a
it.
lot.
but if that was the case right now,
I didn't know you was going through the stuff you was going
Nobody-
through.
A lot of
I
people
didn't know.
did.
And I'm talking about I worked with her closely.
Just tell.
She ain't know I
We're
had
good
a
at-
baby until a year later.
We're
When
good
she
at
saw the
hiding
car,
we
things.
saw the car seat like she's due tomorrow.
Hold on. She was like, what you got
Where'd
to
that come
say?
from?
I said, oh, I'm about to have a baby.
Like,
'Cause
since
I was,
when?
Honestly, I was ashamed because I'm a young boy, you know, and so I didn't want that perception around my counterparts that, oh, here's this guy from the hood.
Young,
oh,
yeah.
typical-
North Philly,
Right. Of
Puerto
course, he got a
Rican.
baby on the way.
Yeah.
Typical baby on the way, not married,
Yeah.
this, that. I didn't want that
That statistic.
Exactly.
No,
So
I get
just
it.
kept
I understand it.
But it get to a point where pandemic just told me, man, just be yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely get to, and I feel like that came with just turning 30 or being in my 30s. Like I
Yes.
really don't give a fuck what nobody thinks because I have to do what makes me
Gotta
happy.
do what makes you happy, you know.
Because people were so happy for me, and I wasn't happy.
Oh,
And,
you know
like-
one red flag? Sorry.
Go ahead. Go back.
So now that you said 30.
Go back. It's a series.
When I turned 30, I threw a birthday party. I threw it at the
Boy Scouts
at the
building?
office.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it was a prom theme. It was an 80s prom theme. It was amazing.
Cute.
So I had 3 friends giving 10 facts each about me. I didn't know they were going to do this.
Okay.
He wasn't one of those 3 friends.
Ah.
Wow.
While my 3 friends are surprising me with these like 10 fun facts each about Joss, he's chatting up with some of my coworkers.
Oh,
Wow.
While people are talking about me. So like people are giving a toast to me.
Right.
He's
On your
talking.
30th, like he should be like, yeah, they
you
talking
should
about
be
my
here.
girl. Like
You
he's
should be
supposed to
one
be
of
your
the 3.
cheerleader, right?
But you're over here having a conversation like that. If that person isn't celebrating those milestones with you
Right.
too,
They should be just as excited. Like we turning 30.
Yeah.
Like I am excited for you. Like
Absolutely.
be excited for each other.
Yeah, that's so true. That person definitely has to be a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Yep, that person. Like Queen, every time I got either an award or I had a speaking engagement, she was running the camera for me.
Yep.
She was right there recording it.
Yep. That was me behind the scenes while we were in Cancun because
There
that
you
was
go.
that was a
I did see you was
a
his
I'm
assistant.
like, what
You
you
was his
need? What you
assistant.
need? I'm like, you need makeup, whatever. I'm getting his footage behind the scenes so he can get his stuff together.
Yeah.
But we do it for each other. If I haven't created anything in a while, he's like, what you working on? What you want to create?
Y'all
Whatever.
keep
We
each other
keep each other
motivated.
motivated. I feel like I'm just as invested in his business as he is in mine.
It should be that way. Like when I went to California to go film that podcast, she was there helping me with the mics and everything. That's what you're supposed
Yes,
to do.
work
You
together.
don't be like, oh baby, enjoy your time. You know,
Right.
or
I'm
just
going to
sit back
Cali.
and
I'm
watch
out.
me do it.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Like,
should
no,
be
let's
that
go.
way.
Let's
Be a
do
team.
it.
At the end of the day, it benefits you just like it benefits
Absolutely.
me.
Yep. When we went
Absolutely.
to sign the lease, he was there. When we went to paint the studios, he was helping us paint.
Been there all along the way.
When these episodes drop, he watches them. We watched one of them on like a really big screen, so that was weird to see myself.
Right.
on
I
that.
know.
So
Crazy.
that was very.
I hate
like,
watching
that's
myself.
weird. But yeah, it's someone who's supporting you no matter what you're doing.
That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's genuine support.
And nobody says that person's got to be perfect all the time. Y'all going to have
Right. Shit happens.
Yeah, y'all not always going to be aligned. But at the end of the
that's
day,
okay.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's working through that journey. That's
Yep.
all.
Yep.
There's 2 imperfect people trying to build a not so perfect union.
That's right.
But build-
Perfect
Yep.
for you.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect for you.
us.
There you go.
Yep.
Perfect
Yeah,
for what
yeah.
we want.
Yep. So I think we got a lot of quotables here.
Yes,
I
we do.
think we do.
We got a lot
I
of
think
clips.
We do.
Yeah, we doing our thing. We doing our thing. Well, I mean, I don't know if y'all want to say that's a wrap, but I guess what should we say?
I think that's a wrap on our first episode of season 2.
Season 2,
two.
baby.
Season 2 with our literally, I feel like you're our favorite guest at this
I
point.
appreciate
Don't tell
you,
anybody.
man. I
Don't
appreciate
tell-
don't
it.
tell nobody else,
To
but-
all the other guests, we appreciate it.
Do better. No, no. We love you all, but
Yes.
you hold a special place in our
Yes.
podcast
Thank
heart.
you.
Yes.
And so I'm releasing my podcast episodes February 2022. Definitely gonna have y'all on as a guest. This is gonna be
Absolutely.
a solo podcast, but I'm gonna also include guests as well. So we're gonna make this thing pop.
Yep.
Listen, if Basic and Boujie podcast does not get a deal with Spotify, Apple Music, the Doscinco project doesn't do. Then I don't know what to say.
I don't know.
But
I don't
we
know what y'all
all-
want.
we all-
Y'all not listening
Y'all not
correctly.
listening. Turn it up.
Yeah.
We're gonna blow up, man. We're gonna blow up. And that's a wrap, y'all.
That's a wrap.
That's
That's a
right.
wrap on this. Bye.